This is a 2021 Fotoba XLD 170 WP. We'll go ahead and talk through some of the features, and then we'll do a little demo test for you guys. So this is it's a Fotoba XLD 170, and it's the WP model. And just to give you some clarification on that, the the WP in the model means it's also set up for wallpaper. So it can do everything the XLD 170 can do. It's actually just a more accurate, more precise version. The edge trimming is accurate to 0.06 millimeters, which is 2/1000ths of an inch, which is necessary for butt splicing, graphics, wallpapers, and all kinds of different graphic-based items. So this is a automated setup, auto-correcting, dual axis trimmer for wide format. So you can feed in your paper in the rear here. There is a cassette holder here for an entire roll, or you can hand feed it whole sheets, but the idea is generally to use an entire roll like it is set up here. We just have some blank paper here for the testing. You can also get a buffer here if you want to put it in line. That would be an additional item you'd have to purchase, but you can get a buffer and put it directly in line with your printer. So there are sensors in here that can read all your edge lines that you would print on your product. So you'd have edge lines for cuts this way and this way, pre-printed on all your work. Once you do that, there is a horizontal cutting head here, which is going to cut horizontally, and vertically or long ways you have 3 cutting heads, one here, and one here. You can add additional cutting heads to this, I believe up to 6. This one you set in the center, and then these outside ones have micro adjustments, so you can adjust your position. This whole carriage in the front here, left to right, will auto-correct based on the sensors, both this way and from an overhead view, angle. So if you look here, there's actually some movement capability. This will go in and out, and it'll also move front to back. So if you're feeding your roll in and you're a little angled, it auto adjusts for all that and cuts the piece out square. That's one of the biggest benefits of these things, is that you can, no matter how you feed it in, within reason, it can automatically adjust for angles, as long as you have the RIP computer print edge lines on your work. You can also put it in what's called digicut mode. So if you just have a small job, you can hand feed in sheets, and it'll go through and do cutting both directions. Or if you just want to do some edge trimming on some work, you can just feed the paper in, it'll take it, uses the sensors to see lines, it'll edge trim the edge and spit it back out to you. So you can just hand feed in pieces if you're just doing some edge trimming. You don't want to set up a whole job on here. This is your screen here where you set up all your jobs. We're going to go ahead and run a little demo for you. Again, we don't have any work with lines printed on it, so we're just have some blank paper here. We're going to show it running. You can see it does the long cuts, and it's going to do a horizontal cut. Sorry, we're just getting this thing set up. Okay. So he is showing you that carriage moving here, left and right. You see the entire carriage shifting. That's so you can get it'll automatically do that once you have your edge lines printed on your paper. And this will do up to, I believe, you can do an entire roll of paper in 10 minutes. You have to check the exact specs. It's only 3 years old. We're going to try and get the total cycles or counts or feet or whatever the total usage on it, and we'll put it on the description of the equipment on our website. We don't have that information yet. This is in perfectly running condition. All it needs is a new home and a job to cut.